Hello and welcome once again to Ask Me Anything on Diabetes with Dr. Aniket Banvi. Well, today, yet again, we are here to answer all the curious questions that have been asked by various people, understand to the extent that they are suffering about diabetes. And all of these things are absolutely in the process. Well, the most interesting part is that we have been getting various questions about various things that they want to understand when a person is being diabetic and how he or she is going through that journey. So I'll be taking up those questions and I'll be answering those questions now. So the very first question that we have is that what are low glycemic index food? So what are low GI food? Now this is interesting. Let me address it in this way. So before even we all begin to understand what is low glycemic index, let us understand the basic fundamental that what is glycemic index. Glycemia, just the word glycemia refers to glucose. The index means it is a measure at what rate the food that you eat is going to be digested and converted into glucose and sent into your bloodstream. So at what rate whatever food you consume, it is going to convert into glucose, and that glucose is going to get into the bloodstream. And at what speed it is going to happen, at what rate it is going to happen, is what glycemic index. So there are foods that can, when you eat some food that can drastically increase your blood sugar level, and there are some food that can drastically not increase your blood sugar level. So we say it as low glycemic index, that is which will not increase your blood sugar level drastically. And there are high glycemic index. These are the foods that will increase your blood sugar levels extremely high and immediately. So why low glycemic index is the better option for most diabetics? The reason is because, as I said, it will not spike up your blood sugar level. It will help you in many other formats. And there is a label, or there is a measurement of each food in the scale of 0 to 100. So each food item, if you take, it has a certain value of glycemic index. Now anything that is less than 55 glycemic index is said to be very ideal for managing your diabetes. Above that is somewhere between 56 to 70 is the medium glycemic index, and above 70 is said to be high glycemic index. Means any food, if they say that if it is higher in glycemic index, that is 72 or 80, then it is bound to increase your blood sugar level very drastically. So try to avoid those things, that is what they say. But anything in moderation, and not everyday moderation. Make sure that you eat the right foods more, reduce the high glycemic index. If at all, if you want to go for high glycemic index, which are also beneficial in your health, pick them, eat it at the right appropriate portion. Don't overboard on any of those things. So you need to understand this. So this is what happens when you don't know that eating one certain type of food will reap you benefit to a certain extent, but there are certain other nutrients in maybe a good high glycemic index food also, certain times, not every time. And anything that is ultra refined processed is all high glycemic index. So make sure that you avoid anything that is high in glycemic index, which will be majorly ultra refined processed, which is what we get in bakeries, packaged foods, all those things. And anything that is good for your health is majorly, which has low glycemic index, is fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds. All those things are majorly low glycemic index. There are certain foods which are also high glycemic index. Definitely make an understanding of that, know that. And opting for a low glycemic index has been shown to be very helpful in managing diabetes in the long term as well. So that is the answer about glycemic index. The very next question that we have been asked in the comment section by one of our subscriber, or the person, is fruits safe for patients who are diabetic? I will say yes. The reason is because it has been shown to be very beneficial in managing your blood sugar level Apart from that, so anytime when you consume fruits, they are the foods for your gut as well. They feed these good bacteria. These good bacteria are bound to produce something called as short chain fatty acids, which will in return produce three major components, that is acetate, propionate, and butyrate. So these three things are very essential in managing many things in your body. That includes even managing your blood sugar level, your inflammatory markers are going to be reduced, and this is the channel that it is going to be helpful in most place. Now what else does these fruits going to provide you is the fruits are absolutely rich in phytonutrients, polyphenols, antioxidants, flavonoids, and many other very rich components, which is very beneficial for your health in the long term. And this will help you in many other complications, stopping those complications in the long term also. Even high blood pressure, diabetes, all can be managed by consuming fruits. Absolutely. So consumption of fruits is absolutely safe for diabetics. Eat anything in moderation, and make sure that you are taking care of your health in the most best possible way. That requires many other parameters also. But yes, fruits are very absolutely good for diabetics, and they can consume as it helps in managing their blood sugar level. Absolutely, there is no fear, and do not get attached to any kind of fear, because you know people tend to come up and ask many a times to us, saying that should I eat it or should I not eat it. See, any food or any fruit that you're going to eat, it is definitely going to increase your blood sugar level. Any food you take is also going to increase your blood sugar level. But what happens majorly is that it is a good source of energy, it is a good source of glucose that is being utilized by your body. It is not going to harm you in any bad manner, because it comes with so many other things that I just now explained. So yes, please do pick up fruits, and diabetics are absolutely well to do with fruits, and they can go ahead with that. The very next question that we have is that which rice is good for diabetics? This is a very interesting topic yet again. The reason is because many a times patients come up to me and say that, sir, my many of my doctors say that please don't eat rice or all those things. So you can eat rice, but know which one are you going to eat. Anything that is refined, polished, is going to be very harmful, because as the outer layer, the brine and the husk of those things, which is having a good amount of fiber, is removed. And when it is removed, what happens is that it drastically increases your blood sugar level immediately. And when all the nutrients are taken out and it is refined and polished and given to you, then how do you expect it to be very beneficial for your health? It is not going to be. It is going to increase your blood and spike your blood sugar level, definitely, there is no doubt about it. So opt for the unpolished rice, the brown rice, the red rice, which is going to be very beneficial in managing your diabetes also. They are also filled with good amount of fibers, and they are very beneficial in managing diabetes. The another thing that you need to make sure that when you're having the rice, make sure that you just don't have the rice. Please do also add the sabji or the bhaji that you have in the plate. Along with that, mix it and have it along with those things. That will be much more beneficial, because you are adding a complex carbohydrates. The bhaji that you're going to consume is going to be a complex carbohydrate. Any vegetable you're eating, vegetable sabji, you adding that will also help you in managing the diabetes absolutely fine. So yes, if it is a refined rice, it is going to increase your blood sugar level. If it is a unpolished, with the fiber, then it is going to be very beneficial in managing your diabetes. So there is no issue, you can eat rice, but as I say, most of the times anything in moderation is the key. And you can go for the unpolished brown rice or red rice, that will be beneficial in managing diabetes. So that is about the rice. Now, which drink is good for diabetics? Now, there is a certain understanding that I happen to get over a period of time when I had my own journey of being a human all these years. And what I understood is that There's only one thing that is more precious than anything is water. Definitely. The next nearest best thing to water is having green tea. And I'm not saying it because green tea will do weight loss. No, that's not the answer. And green tea will do xyz wonders and all those things. I'll not bullshit here. I'll tell you what it does actually is, when you dip that herbs, as it releases its components, the coloration that you see, it is rich in flavonoid antioxidants and helps in reduction of your inflammatory markers, and this will directly help you in managing blood glucose level and also high blood pressure also. So this is what it actually does. This is what it actually does. It there is it helps in keeping you from oxidizing. It keeps you more healthy. It keeps your body functioning at the very optimal level. It provides these things. So rich in flavonoids, phytonutrients, and along with that antioxidant, and as an anti-inflammatory also. So all these things is what you will get from an herbal tea or a green tea majorly. So anything apart from this, I would say please do not consume it. Anything that is being packaged, sold, or anything that is beverage, that we say beverages, nothing else but anything except water is beverage. And except water and green tea, nothing else is that I would be recommending to you guys. So these were the findings also. If you thoroughly study and research, you'll understand that the green tea or just the water itself is more beneficial for the human body and in managing diabetes in the long term. So this is the answer for which drink is good for diabetics. Now, as I've answered these questions, what you are going to do is that when you watch me right now, if you're watching me, please go and comment in the comment section, so that if you have any questions, if you're not a diabetic also, and if you have a question, please shoot that. Please drop it in the comment section so that I can get back to it on the next week. And also, if you are looking forward to join and understand more about the journey that we are doing to help diabetics, then there is a link in the description or in the comment section where you can go and register to webinar and join our webinar, and I'll be meeting you there. And if you have anything to ask also, you can ask me there as well. So we have been doing it majorly to educate people, to handhold people in bringing in awareness towards diabetes and its management. And I'm looking forward to spread as much as word as I can to help most of the diabetics that are living in India. And unfortunately, India is called as the diabetic capital in the world, and that is something painful that I think of that it should not be, and we'll be working towards that. With that, I'll be taking a leave. Take care of your health. See you on the next Wednesday at 7 p.m. with me, Dr. Aniket Badvi.